Are there any particular activities you use to enhance a sense of like belonging in the classroom or that sort of collegiality among students?
Well, when students come to, and again, I guess I'm speaking from a narrowed perspective simply because I'm speaking from the drama perspective. I don't know that I would do these things in other subject areas, but certainly the first thing I endeavour to do is to learn people's names. So that like my interactions with them become more personal and more positive. I create a series of warm-up activities that start at a very easy level of difficulty so that they are all in the same boat and they're not highly stressful, they're not embarrassing, they're just something that we can do together. And we talk a lot about being safe in the classroom, that we don't hurt one another physically, that we don't hurt one another by being rude or nasty to one another. So it starts off at a very low level where we just start to muck around, and I make the point of trying to make myself make mistakes or look the fool, so that it means that those who might be a little shy realise that, well, if the teacher's doing it, then perhaps it's okay for me to have a go. I'll also, if I pair students, if I see that there is a student who might be struggling or who could be left on the outer, I make them my partner and ask them, would they mind working with me, in the hopes that if the other students see that I can work with anybody in the group, then ultimately they will be able to work with anybody in the group. And so that's how I start off at the very low level. The other thing I do is, if there are certain strategies that you can use when questioning. So if you are asking questions of a group of students, I give them think time. So I might give them 30 seconds to have a think about how they want to form their response before they have to speak. Rather than putting somebody on the spot, I will ask, is anybody ready to give an answer? And I obviously try to the best of my ability to give positive reinforcement to their responses, so that it gives them encouragement, hopefully, to come forward and say something.
Yeah, so you use that wait time.
Very much so, very much so. And you can structure your questions in a way that you know they're going to be successful in their responses.
Do you think parents share it all as part of that?
Yes,
yeah?
But I guess that's a strategy that happens a little later, once the class has got to know one another. But yes, a lot of those strategies I find work really, really well. And to be able to give kids positive reinforcement. And the other thing I do is find similarities in responses. So, for example, if one student responds to me by telling me that they have a particular hobby or a particular film or a particular play that they like, and another student comes up with something similar, frequently I'll say, well, look at that, we're already finding things that we have in common in the classroom, in order to find ways of linking, so that what we do is we look at what we have in common rather than what our differences are.